Discord. I should have a thing that like automatically tells you guys that I'm live, but I don't know how to set that up, so okay. Actually, I'm gonna change the title of the stream because Night of the Living Crunch. Nah, it should be Caffeine Crunch. Is that spelled right? I'm just gonna attempt to drink a lot of water. Try to dilute whatever I just put myself through. That feels awful. Anyways, let's get some work done, shall we? Okay. You might be wondering why I'm still here if I'm so caffeinated that I feel sick. And the answer is, oh, hi, X-Rax! And the answer is, I'm very vain. I spent a lot of time on my look today, and I need to be live because I spent time on this. Hi, Nizuri! I put like 2 tea bags in my tea, and I let it steep for way too long, and never let me do this again. I feel so ill. So if I need to leave stream to go be sick, sorry in advance. I called Jeremy in a panic because I was like, I had too much tea and I'm nauseous and a lot. Like it's a lot. So yeah, it's the caffeinated crunch stream. I don't know why I did that. It wasn't worth it. Anyways, too much tea. Okay. Mr. Kyberlistic says, guess who's in the same room as me? Ooh. Ooh, I wonder who. I wonder if it isn't someone very special. I'm very excited for her to be here. But yeah, my body did not appreciate having the amount of caffeine that I have consumed. It's very angry about it. Mr. Kyberlistic says she's had a long flight. Her luggage got delayed. Oh no. That's so stressful. So she has no suitcase. No. Well, hopefully the luggage arrives soon. That's like one of my worst fears when it comes to travel. Like losing my stuff, or in this case, not really losing, is just like having to wait for my stuff and being somewhere without like the things I need. But you know what? It'll probably be fine. I'm sure you'll look after her because you're here. It's better than being in a country where like you're there on vacation and you don't know anyone. So that's nice. Because of the bad weather, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Gosh. Like 20 centimeters of snow fell from the sky yesterday. Maybe a little more, I don't know. But that's just where I live. it's funny because I was like, oh, it's kind of raining. Some of the snow is disappearing. Maybe it's a good time to make some preparations for spring with the garden, you know? Maybe it's a good time for that. And then, am I in the wrong layer? Yes, I am. Interesting. Huh. Imagine that. Imagine being in the wrong layer. Couldn't be me. It's not happening right now. But yeah, hi Nizuri, hi Jeremy, hi Kevin. I don't know if I said hi yet. I probably didn't. Probably talking about tea. Okay. Kevin said, yeah, some of the snow melted and in just one day it was back. Yeah. I was like, oh, maybe it's time because like we have a tree and it needs to be sprayed with like insecticidal soap. So it's basically like a soap that kills bug eggs. Or makes it so that like any eggs there won't hatch. I was like, maybe it's time for that. No, it's not time. The snow is back. There's a snowstorm for you tomorrow. That might mean there's a snowstorm for me tomorrow. I know there was a snow day for most kids, which is great. You know what would be really cool though? If the snow day like connected to March break. That would be kind of cool. Okay, I see a bit of like bleeding outside the line, so I'm just gonna need to fix that up. Like, yeah, this shirt shouldn't be too difficult to color in because there's no patterns on it, which is nice. Although I love the look of like plaid shirts. It does sometimes like take a while to get all those lines really perfect looking. So I end up having to redraw them again and again. I don't know, I'm a sucker for like checkered patterns though. Kevin says midwinter break is here for me now. Oh, is that like, did you have a snow day today? No snow day? No school until the end of February? Your school barely closes. Yeah, it was like that for me when I was in school. And like don't even get me started on like college barely closing. Like there were a lot of days where I feel like it should have been inclement weather, but you know, like days that made it almost impossible to get to the school. And I feel like it should have closed. Hi Sakura. Sakura says I love the pigtails. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, like this is why I'm streaming today, because I had like 2 big cups of tea and no, that's a lie. I had 1 big cup of tea, but I put like 2 tea bags in it. And I oversteeped it. And I didn't taste the tea, like I didn't stop to taste it. I just chugged it right before the stream. And then I called Jeremy in a panic and I was like, yo, I drank too much caffeine. I think I am die. And he was like, you think you're still gonna be good for stream? I was like, if I have to cut it short to be sick, I will, you know? Um, Kevin says, like, all the other school districts around my area closed once, and we were the only school district open. Rip. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, that's the mood. But I was like, I like my look today, and I need to be live because I worked on this. Like, I spent probably a good 10 minutes parting my hair into 2 sections. Does anyone else have hair that just tangles so easily? Like, does anybody else have trouble styling their hair? Because, like, when you part it into sections, it immediately, like, tangles into itself. Kevin says, I don't even know what to do with my hair. It is just there. I mean, if you're okay with that, right? If you're happy with how it is, I don't think you need to do anything to it. Unless you want to do something with it, but, like, you know, and you're unhappy with your hair, but you don't know what to do. That's another thing. But I mean, hair can just exist. By the way, I stopped using hairspray recently, and can I just say it's been doing wonders for my lungs. So, yeah. I had a bit of a hairspray problem. Like, I didn't really know how to do my hair without it. And then I just made the big plunge and stopped using it. Um, yeah. It's been excellent for my health. I 10 out of 10 recommend not using hairspray. It's got a lot of fumes. But yeah, how's everyone's day going? How are you guys? Heard a little bit from Mr. Kyberlistic, but and a bit from Kevin too. No school for Kevin. But yeah, how are you all doing? I stayed up really late last night. Not advisable. So I had like a really long sleep today. And you know what? It was good for my emotional well-being. Like it was good for me. I'll allow it, you know? Rest necessary, important. You accidentally fell asleep while playing Pokemon on a calculator? Pokemon on a calculator? Wait, what do you mean? Is that a thing you can do? You ported Pokemon Silver into your graphing calculator. What? Oh no. Wait, I need to cough. Sakura says, whoa, I didn't know you could do that either. Yeah. What? I knew graphing calculators were powerful, but not like that powerful. What kind of graphing calculator do you use, Kevin? A TI-84 plus CE. That's really cool. It's the graphing calculator with the most RAM. Oh my goodness. Tiny computer. That's wild. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. Oh, Sakura has redeemed Hydrate or Dihydrate. Thank you very much. Yeah. Automod is a really interesting time. Not that I don't appreciate it, but you know. It has a very unique way at looking at things. Okay, you know what? I feel like Kevin says you could say Automod needs to get its head out of the gutter. Yeah, I feel like it's very preemptively always in the gutter because it thinks everyone else is. Okay, what if I like didn't put a gray wash on this, right? Like, hear me out, and I just lower the brightness of it. Oh wow, look at that. Exactly the color I was looking for, and I didn't need to do anything to it. Like, thanks, Automod. Before you mentioned it that way, I didn't even see it that way. Okay, let's see. Well, no, I don't like that. All right, and next I shade in this shirt, like the t-shirt. It's just gonna be a white t-shirt, so that's one of the easier things to shade in. I like to start off with like a solid layer of light gray, and then I add white highlights on top of that for maximum texture potential. Kevin says apparently stimulants like caffeine actually boost concentration. I don't know. Like I'm I need to stop drinking caffeinated drinks. Like, and by caffeinated drinks, I mean literally just cups of tea. Like, yes, they make me all jittery and give me some energy, but they make me feel really ill, and I need to stop. Like, I've said this like 7 streams in a row now, and I've only been doing this for a week. Kevin says it's all part of the plan. You're just boosting concentration. I know, but like the price is. I feel so sicky. Like I just feel so right now. I need to stop. I need to stop. I'm not strong enough for this. Like physically, I'm not strong enough for caffeine. I feel like my mom is might be watching this. Well, actually, you know what? If she's watching this, it's like really early for her right now, so maybe not. Um, but if my mom sees this, she's gonna like give me a talking to about my tea intake. She's gonna be like, "You need to stop." Kevin says, "I am a water connoisseur." I know, like I just 2 weeks ago or something, I started drinking cups of tea, and then I really liked it because they taste good, and also caffeine. And I need to stop because it makes me feel sick. But yeah, there's like a high chance my family's gonna see this and be like, Joni, no. You know it's bad when I call myself Joni. Who's Joni? I only know who Dimple is. Who's Joby? Never heard that name in my life. Ever since I started streaming, I feel really weird when people call me by like my actual name now. Like, who? Who is that? I was lying in bed, browsing on Amazon as one does, and then I woke up. Kevin says, "This is why I name myself my real name." Yeah, that's a big brain move right there. Yeah, I've forgotten what it feels to be called by my real name. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I've never had a nickname in my life and it feels kind of cool to have one. I feel like a cool movie character with like a with a nickname. How is okay? Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I was browsing on Amazon half asleep. I didn't remember what I was looking for. So in the morning when I woke up, I saw that I had a whole bunch of doll wigs pulled up on Amazon. Like, I don't know, just like Barbie sized wigs made of real human hair. That was my browsing history. Like, I just woke up with my phone in my hand and it's just doll wigs, real human hair, 1/6 scale. So I guess like I didn't really remember looking this up, but I did remember like scrolling through Amazon while I was half asleep. So yeah, I guess you know what? For the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna get recommendations for like tiny wigs. I'm gonna get ads for them everywhere. I'm not mad about it. I mean, I think they're pretty cool. But they're so expensive for what they are too, because they're just so small. Like, wait, I have a Barbie doll right here. Like, look how small her head is compared to mine. Like, imagine paying $30 for like a wig for a head that small, like that size. Couldn't be me. I'll just figure out a way to DIY it. Couldn't be me. Kevin says it's real hair. Yeah. Or like there was another one, it was like in my history, it was like $60 for silk hair. Like not even hair, like silk. It was a lot. A lot to process. I should get into the like the doll wig making industry. Like I could cut my hair really short and like save this stuff and make it into little doll wigs. Make a lot of money. I bet a whole bunch of doll wigs, like a lot of them, a lot of tiny ones, probably sell like in a combined amount for more than one human hair wig. I regret using like straight up gray for this shirt. I'm gonna change that. Worm poop hair. Right? Yeah. For a second I was like, what? And then I remembered like silk. I don't think it's poop. It's I think it comes out of their mouth. Does it? You guys, like any textiles experts in the chat, let me know. But it is like it is harvested from their cocoons, like you boil them. So, I mean, it is dead worm hair for sure. Speaking of silk, I think I need like un I think I need like a satin pillowcase or a silk pillowcase or something, like a really smooth one because every morning I wake up and my hair is like I'm losing my hair in my sleep because it gets so tangled because my pillowcase is kind of a scratchy fabric and like I just look down and there's like little strands of hair everywhere all over my pillowcase and my hair is always really tangled. So, I think I need to do something about that. They do say like when when they give you tips on how to grow your hair out, they say like make sure you don't put your hair through too much stress, like be really gentle when you brush it, don't like wash it too aggressively, and make sure you have a smooth pillowcase because when you roll around at night you'll like break off pieces of your hair if you have like a scratchy pillowcase like I do. So yeah, I think it's time to switch my pillowcase out. Whoa, there's like a little dot somewhere here. Let's delete that. Okay, and I'm just gonna need to maybe lighten this up a little bit, just like a touch. Yeah. Okay, that feels like a white t-shirt. Now what I'm gonna do is maybe tint this a very light shade of blue. Don't worry, this is not like the final color for this. I'm just gonna maybe do... I'm gonna mess around with some filters, basically. Just to give the shirt a bit more contrast, because everything's just a little too gray. Like the white shirt has gray shadows. The gray shirt has gray shadows. We need to spice it up a bit. If you're wondering where his other hand is, canonically, it's just like on her back. Like, I was thinking of having the hand on her waist, but then I just felt like it messed with the lines, the pose, like the outline. So I decided not to. Everything for the aesthetic. Okay, I'm feeling a lot better, a lot less jittery. Okay. Now I wonder what's for dinner. I say I wonder what's for dinner like somebody's gonna make the dinner for me. I am the somebody who is making the dinner. I think I'm gonna make myself fried rice with peas again, or a kimchi fried rice. Or like a kimchi fried rice with a sunny side up egg. Because I can't be bothered to make something more complicated than that. Oh, no, 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 no. What am I saying? We're having chicken drumsticks tonight. We're already defrosting them. So I think we're gonna have like honey glazed chicken drumsticks because my boyfriend Rowan, he got my family like spicy honey. It's like chili honey. Sakura says kimchi fried rice, yummy. You know what? We can have chicken drumsticks and kimchi fried rice. Like, it can't just be chicken drumsticks, you know, like, I would like some carbohydrates with my dinner. Yeah, it's like a chili honey. It's homemade by his family. Rowan's family makes a lot of, like, I don't know, food is really, like, important for them, as it is with many families, but this is one of the reasons why Rowan decided to go into The culinary arts. And now he's in like art. Kevin says all of us had no cooking experience prior to starting the restaurant. Doesn't your family own a restaurant? You made fries with your friends in chemistry class? Nice. It surprisingly didn't turn into a dumpster fire. Were they good? Oh, fried rice. Okay. I want French fries right now. Somebody go over to Wendy's and get me a large fries, please. Thank you. It was good. Nice. I tried to make fried rice for like a potluck and I overcooked everything. Like, I don't know. I put the I don't know. It just wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. It was like a college potluck too. There was no rice cooker in the school, so we actually had to boil it. The rice was too wet. Yeah, that'll happen. I don't use a rice cooker, so I'm pretty good at like just boiling the rice. In fact, it's a little embarrassing. I've never used a rice cooker in my life because nobody in my family owns one. We just boil it. Rowan owns a rice cooker though. He says it's a game changer because his old stove was like from the 70s. Well, his old stove is from the 70s and it just burns the rice every single time. It's just not a very good stove. So now he can finally have like good rice. But yeah, I feel like whenever I try to make rice without a rice cooker on like an unfamiliar stove, like I don't know the right settings for it. You know what I mean? Like I and then like the first time or first two times I try it, it always turns out kind of gross. Like overcooked or too wet. Um like so yeah, it like takes me a while to get the hang of different stoves. Like the time I made rice on like a gas stove for the first time, I didn't know what I was doing. Like turned out a little weird, but still good. Okay. Yeah, all right. The aggressive jitters have died down a little bit. I feel a bit better. Only took 40 minutes. Not bad. Only took 40 minutes for my For my body to return back to normal. I'm not back to normal. I'm still receiving a significant speed buff from caffeine. You know how in Stardew Valley, like, your spouse is like, hey, I'm so glad you proposed. I'm so excited for our wedding. Don't worry about it. I'll plan everything. The wedding will take place in 3 days. Like, oh my goodness. Imagine how stressful that would be. Like, planning an entire wedding in 3 days. Kevin says maybe the secret to getting a 40 line PB is caffeine. I feel like it's like +5 speed, -5 like I don't know, accuracy, perception. You get like another jitter effect on top of that makes it like probably not worth it for something like sprints. Kevin says, do those coffee candies have a lot of caffeine in them? I might just eat like 3 of them and get boosted. I don't know, because I can't eat a lot of candy because I have allergies. We love a good dietary restriction. Oh my goodness. This reminds me of like 7th grade when my teacher was like, oh, does anybody know what the most common and socially acceptable drug is? And we were like, alcohol? Tobacco? You know, and she's like, no, it's caffeine. And I had a good laugh, but do I maybe see? Sakura says, I looked it up. It says 4 to 5 of the coffee candies is equivalent to a cup. Oh my goodness. Sakura doing the research we all need. Kevin's gonna try to get a new 40 line PB tomorrow. I knew a kid in elementary school, right? And he was really great at art, but also always really sleep deprived. And his dad would like give him coffee to help him stay up all night to do his drawings and his homework. So he never slept at night, and like he had like a source of caffeine. Um and like he would come over to my house to hang out. And my mom would be like, do you guys want something to drink? You know, you want some water, you want some juice or something? And he was like, I want coffee. And then my mom was like, you're literally 12. Are you allowed to have coffee? And he was like, yeah, my dad gives me coffee all the time. Kevin says that sounds like a Dimple sleep schedule. I've been a lot better. Last night I just had a lot on my mind, so I couldn't really sleep and I stayed up way too late. But I'm in a lot better. Like, I am unable to stay up all night now because, much to my chagrin, when I watch Jeremy streams, like much to my disappointment, because I keep passing out at like 10 p.m. I just get really tired. Um, yeah, last night was an exception. I was just thinking a lot about different things, and I just couldn't get to bed. But normally, I sleep at 10, just like you, Kevin. Just like you. What's happened to me? How did this occur? Um not complaining though. I joke about it, but I'm not complaining. Like I literally just turned 23 and then my body was like, we are no longer nocturnal after 23 years of life. Like, I'm not even joking. As an infant, I was also nocturnal. As a child, I was also nocturnal. Like, there are baby pictures of me, like, sleeping in the daytime and videos of me, like, running around in the middle of the night. Like, if there was vampire school, I should have gone there, because then I wouldn't have to wake up so early in the morning. Do vampires need to sleep, or do they just, like, like, do they need to go to bed? Could they just stay inside all day? Like, do they get tired? What's the lore? Like, do they get sleepy? Anybody who's a vampire in the chat, let me know. Kevin says, considering that most depictions of vampires say they don't breathe, that means they are getting way less ATP energy from aerobic respiration. That's true. Yeah, maybe they just get bored in the daytime. I think they would get their energy from another source. Like, maybe the sleeping, like sleeping in the daytime and waking up at night, isn't so much a necessity as it is like a psychological thing. Like, I just rather like hang out and do nothing for a bit. Maybe it's that. I mean, if you're undead and immortal, right? Like, I feel like you wouldn't worry as much about wasting your time sleeping because you're not gonna die. Like, maybe maybe their bodies are rapidly fermenting. I don't know why I just thought of kombucha. Vampire kombucha. Okay, let's take a look at the genes. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little bold. I do see, like, kind of a... I don't know, like, kind of a brown undertone. So in the highlights, what I'm gonna do is, I don't know, I'm just experimenting, just in a crazy, goofy mood. No, maybe it's really just in the stitching. Hmm. I can always delete this layer if I decide that I despise it. I saw a bunch of like background actors practicing for their role on The Walking Dead as as walkers, as zombies. It was pretty cool. I Cuz it's just people walking normally and being like humans standing in a line, and then like one by one they like do their zombie walk. I don't like watching shows like that because they scare me, but watching the rehearsals makes me feel nice about it, you know? Like it's like they're just acting, it's okay. I think it was for The Walking Dead. Um like I really admire the skill as an actor, but some people were definitely better at it than others. Like there was one person who just kind of crab walked across the stage. It's like that's not really giving me undead. That's not really giving me zombie. That's giving me like bad dancer. And I say that as a bad dancer myself. I'm really bad at dancing. Um no hand-eye coordination. Yeah. Here's a story from when I was in music theater. So I was a pretty decent singer in terms of being able to hold my own with harmonies while like so I was always given like the more complicated alto parts and stuff, and they were like, okay, she's an asset when it comes to singing, right? So they put like a lavalier mic on me so that my voice would be like louder than like amplified through a microphone. But they were like, oh no, visually, like, oh, like dancing, no, nobody can see her. So they put me in the back of like a 90-person chorus, and they had me mic'd, but they put me like they tucked me right in the back corner. So I was like almost off stage. But they put a microphone on me. So they were like, we want to hear you, but like dancing, like we don't want to see it. Yeah. So that's my music theater story. By my second year in theater, though, I had improved enough that, like, I did get a role as one of the leads. Because it was like, I was just like a passable dancer, but a good actor and a good singer, right? So, they were like, okay, I mean, with some extra work, I feel like maybe, Yeah. Kevin says you had camouflage on. Yeah, my first year in theater though, it was really wholesome. I've definitely told this story on stream before, but I had a whole like high school musical esque moment with this other girl, and she really struggled with singing, but she was like a fantastic dancer. So my teacher had us like tutor each other. So I would like teach her part and practice with her um, until she was like confident with the singing, and then Like, she would tutor me with the dancing. Um, so it was really wholesome. It was really, really nice. Well, I'm just gonna erase around the edges later because I can't be bothered to be too neat with this right now. Okay, I'm really like concentrating right now. Oh, just give me a second. The commentary is gonna be a little dry. The commentary is exclusively gonna be about the lack of commentary. And the reason I'm concentrating so much is I want to apply like a good even wash on this pair of jeans, such that, you know, because with this brush, right, if you lift it up, it starts the beginning of a new stroke, and if you start a new stroke, then like, then it's gonna overlap, and when it overlaps, it does this, like, it makes like a weird dark spot, and I don't want a weird dark spot. I want it to be like a nice even layer. The temptation to say layer instead of layer. Oh, no, I hate it. Okay. So yeah, I want to do this all in one stroke so I can get just really nice, um, like a nice even texture. Okay, and I'm going to continue on, and I'm going to do both of these shins in one stroke each. I don't mind them overlapping a little bit up here because that's where the natural like crease in the jeans is. I'm like cool with that. But yeah, I'm really intentional about starting a new stroke with this brush because I don't want to make an overlap if I don't intend to. Let me show you what I mean. Like, say I'm trying to color a shape and then I stop and I start again. It makes this like gross overlapping area. See that? Ew. And I want to avoid that as much as possible unless I really want it there. It's just one of those things that I get a little picky about. It's especially annoying though because sometimes my brush glitches out and then I have to start an area over all over, like start an area all over again. But yeah, I'll clean up what's outside the lines later, don't you worry. Maybe I want to try adding this under, I don't know. Ooh, I like that. What? See what I mean about my brush glitching? Interesting. I like it. My hair would have looked good in a ponytail today, too. I'm gonna make a note of that. With this shape of bangs. The brown is like barely showing through. I don't think it needed to be there. Just gonna say that. Wasn't extremely necessary. I thought I would add a nice touch, but it's like barely showing through. So maybe I should like do a little like overlay moment with it, like a little wash. Okay, I'm gonna need to take a second and just wipe my screen down because it's kind of gross. Like, not gross, but there's a lot of fingerprints on it and I can't actually see my drawing. Once upon a time, a few mistakes ago, I was in your sights, you got me alone. You found me, you found me, you found me. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. But shame on me, 'cause you flew me to places I've never been. Now I'm lying on the cold, hard ground. Ooh, ooh, trouble, trouble, trouble. People are surprised with Taylor's like 10-minute version of her song, but honestly, I'm pretty used to that because in the early 2000s or the 2000s in general, K-pop would often have like long versions of their music videos and it would be like literally 15 minutes long of the song like spread out. And it was like just the way it went, you know. Like I still remember SNSD extra long music videos. So yeah, I'm really happy to have Taylor bring back like extended versions of songs. Yo, I saw this dress and it had a bunch of servos, and each of the little servos had feathers attached to them, and you could program them to like flutter. So you have this dress and you just like puff up, with feathers like an angry bird. And like I want that. I want to be able to puff up at people I don't like, like a cat, I want to be able to puff up with feathers. My cat Colby gets so puffy when he's scared, and he gets scared really easily too. Like one time, I dropped a bowl on the floor from about like a foot, not a glass bowl, like nothing broke. Um, and he was surprised, like so surprised that he immediately you know, his tail was like a toilet brush, just poof, you know. Um, and none of the other cats were scared by the bowl, but they saw Colby and they were like, "What did he see?" And then they got really scared. No, it wasn't a bowl, so it didn't even clatter. It was like a can. So it just kind of made like a bit of a smack sound on the floor. What else is he scared of? When I open the door, he gets scared. Like the back door. It really freaks him out. So I feel like I don't ever have to worry about him escaping, like getting out and getting lost. Um so it's nice to know that he's safe. We live in an area that's like right next to a main road. So yeah, definitely they definitely can't be outdoor cats. It's really unsafe. I know a lot of people feel strongly about this, but it's my opinion as like a cat owner that it's probably not a good idea to have your cats be outdoors. First of all, because it's a threat to native wildlife. Like cats are technically an invasive species. They're just very cute, so we don't think about them as much. But they don't do very well with local bird populations. And putting a bell on them doesn't really help because birds don't really associate the sound of a bell with danger. So they don't know it's dangerous until it's too late, that kind of thing. Um, and then, second of all, like for the cat's safety, it's like not great. Like, even if, you live in a really secluded area, that means there could still be like wildlife that your cats could scrap with. They could get in fights with other cats. And you never know. I know somebody who lives in the countryside and her cats have ingested like rat poison or fertilizers and stuff multiple times. And she's had to take them like to get emergency treatment for that. So I don't know. I just think this opinion is also really supported by like the shelters who I've adopted from, and they made me sign something that said like these cats will not be outdoor cats. Like if you want to adopt them, like they cannot be indoor cats, like hybrid. They have to be indoor. So technically I'm also like contractually obligated to not have my cats be outdoors. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Anyways, it's like it's good for the cats. It's good for the environment. You know, cats can lead a very fulfilling life, like with a lot of enough stimuli to keep them from being bored if you take good care of them in your home and provide like things for them to climb on, things for them to play with, you know? So yeah, I guess that's my cat care PSA. Also, considering the way my cats are, I would never let them out. Like, I've seen Colby attempt to eat rocks before, if left like unattended. Like, I've had to like run up to him and like prise a pebble from his mouth. Um, he does these things, you know, like my cats. Rusty would probably get into a fight with every raccoon he encountered. He's just like that. Kevin says cat IQ too big. I know, right? Yeah, and Terry definitely not because he's not as agile as the other cats because like he's missing one leg and he would be really scared outside because he's had a really hard life. So yeah. Anyways, none of my cats really have an interest in going out. If they did, maybe I would think about like getting them like a harness and a leash and like taking them on walks. I know my neighbor's cat like goes on walks in the garden or like around the neighborhood, you know, and he enjoys the walks a lot, but my cats don't really want to go outside anyways. Like when the door opens, they hide from the door. Like they hide from the outdoors. Because they're pretty happy where they are inside. In their previous lives before we adopted them, you know, they were all pretty feral. They all like were adopted from the wild. They were all like stray cats. Um, like Terry was like fully a feral cat, but then he was like socialized. So yeah, I feel like they know what it's like to be strays, and they don't want to go back, which is fair enough, you know. Like if I had experienced that kind of life, I wouldn't want to like rough it either. Okay, I'm gonna group these pant layers together and just kind of cut, like trim the excess blue. And then I'm gonna go back in and erase it in a second. Because I do kind of want a slightly fuzzy line. I want my colors to not exactly be in the lines. Because I don't like when my art looks too perfect. Ooh! Oh no, that's not good. I made a mistake. I should have cut it piece by piece. We shall do that. Because, uh, I cut into it across like 5 layers and I just don't have the fortitude to handle patching up that cut. Are you kidding me? No layer selected. Ew. I hate that. No, we're just gonna merge these together because I can't be bothered. Yesterday night, Colby was super excited about the snow. Did I tell you guys yet? He was like so happy to watch the falling snowflakes in the yard. His little tail was swishing because he was like really excited. Like cats don't wag their tails normally when they're happy. Um, they wag their tails when they're kind of agitated. So when Colby's like wants to hunt something, he swishes his tail around, right? Um, and I thought there might be like a small animal in the yard that he was watching, but no, he was just watching the snowflakes. He was really happy about it. He's really excited about the snow day. Kevin says Colby's just built different. Yeah. He's really long too. Like he's just a really long cat. Like I do think he's pretty smart because like he understands how to do a lot of tricks. He understands when I like tell him things like to come over or to like sit or to wait. Like he's really good at that. He understands the concept of wait and like later and things like that. And he understands like lay down and go to sleep, you know, like things like that, right? Um but also he does these things like, you know, like he'll take his like he's smart but he's quirky. You know what I mean? Like he'll take his paw, put it in his food bowl and like splash the water onto the floor and then he'll just like lick the water off the floor. Like not food bowl, like water bowl, you know? Like he'll do that. But he knows to drink it from like the water dish, but he'll like sometimes, you know, when he's in the mood, he'll like splash water deliberately onto the floor and like drink it off the floor. You know, like, see, if I could talk to my cats, I would really like to ask why he does that. You know? Kevin says he just wants the water to be floor flavored. It's so gross. Um, yeah, like, he's really curious about different things, so he'll follow us around into different rooms, but he's really, like, sneaky about it. So, um, if you like enter a room and you don't close the door behind you immediately, you gotta look around the room and make sure Colby hasn't followed you because there have been multiple times where he gets like locked into rooms. Like he'll like run into the closet while you're changing and like or picking out a sweater or something and then you'll like run back out, but he's still in there. And he also can't meow. Like he doesn't have an audible meow. I don't know what's up with him. Like maybe it's like a respiratory thing because when he when he first came to us, like when he was first adopted by us, he had like a whole host of respiratory issues. So it could just be that he can't meow. Again, like the only time I've ever heard him meow was when he had a really bad respiratory infection. Like that was the time his meow was the clearest, and then after that, like his meow still sounds really muffled. It's really quiet. But he opens his mouth really wide. It's just like the sound doesn't come out. It could just be his voice as well, you know. But yeah, he's really quiet, so you can't hear him like shouting for help. So he does these things, you know. He's a good boy. I love him a lot. But easily like the most bingus of all of my cats, you know, like for lack of a better word, that's the best way I can describe it. Kevin says Colby is actually part of a secret service. Yeah, that's why he's so stealthy. Stealth 100. Or maybe he's just like Perry the Platypus, you know? Like he wants you to think he's just a normal cat boy. Normal Deb. He's just committing espionage. Yeah. Fun tip on Procreate. When you're selecting, you don't have to like drag your pen tool and have it be like on the, like you don't have to have your pen tip always be touching the screen. You can actually like lift your pen up and then touch it down, and then it can make like a selection shape. I like to do this because I get more precise selections by like, how do I explain this? By like lifting my pen because it prevents me from making like awkward angles trying to keep my pen tip always touched to the screen. So like when you're selecting things on Procreate, you can definitely lift your pen and still continue selecting. That's the tip. Sakura says, good to know. I thought I had to keep the pen down. Yeah, it is. It's a really good tip because I used to be really stressed about lifting my pen while making the selection. I would be like, oh no, if I lift it, it's not gonna work anymore. But no, it's actually pretty solid. So yeah, if I do like a rough selection, I don't really care about like, and I don't really care about it being like too accurate. I'll just like roughly draw a shape. But if I need to be really precise, I'll take like a lot of breaks between like doing that selection line so that I can keep it really precise, keep my wrist at a really natural angle, and just make a good selection. Wait, Sakura, do you have an iPad too, or do you share it with Nazuri? Like, did you manage to get one as well? You just draw from time to time on hers. Nice. You know what? I feel like that's like that's like fine. If since I don't think, I don't know, as long as you guys don't draw like 24/7 on the iPad like I do, like for me, I never stop. I never get off the iPad, so it would be pretty impossible to share it with me. But if you both have like other hobbies and things that you like doing, I think it works pretty well to share it. Yeah. Sakura says the only finished drawing I've done was the one for your birthday, and it was fantastic too. Like, oh, thank you so much again for your birthday present to me. It like just made my day. Thank you, and Nizuri, if you're watching. The drawings you guys did for me, top tier. Thank you for the birthday cards. Yeah, my mom ended up getting an iPad Pro because, like, it would be pretty impossible to share one with me since I do not put it down. Yeah. Because she wanted to draw as well. Sakura said I learned a lot about Procreate while doing it. Yeah. When I look back to, like, when I think back to the first drawings that I did, it's so crazy because there were a lot of little tips and stuff that I didn't really know. So thinking back, I'm glad I do things that save time nowadays. Because I used to be way slower at drawing. Wow. Hang on, I want to see some of my, like, old drawings. I just feel like it. This was the first drawing I ever did on Procreate. Like, I remember I got the iPad, it arrived in the morning, and I, like, curled up in bed and I drew this. I don't know what brushes I used for it though. Why did it freeze? Okay, I'm gonna switch over to just my face. Okay, you know what's kind of crazy? My computer has been less laggy ever since I stopped powering it off at night. Rowan's gonna be upset when he hears about this because it's bad for your computer to not power it off. But like I do shut the lid. I put it to sleep, but like it. I don't know. I just keep thinking I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna like do something before bed, and then I like put it to sleep instead of shutting it down completely. And so like Streamlabs has actually been a lot less laggy. Like I've been having a like fewer problems with it. So I think the issue is oh, here was like a little watercolor test. That it's actually not as bad as I thought it was back in the day. Yeah, and here's like the first complete piece that I did. It's like a little self-portrait. Kevin says it is in a constant state of warmed up. Yeah, I think it's because when I start my PC, like when I start my laptop, it there's a whole bunch of startup processes in the background. Like Discord starts to update, Steam starts to update. For some reason, I can't uninstall Adobe Creative Cloud for my computer. Like I'm having a big struggle uninstalling it. I tried to uninstall it and it wouldn't uninstall. It's like a virus at this point. I don't use any of Adobe's products because expensive. So, you know, like I don't need it on my computer. I don't need Creative Cloud anymore, but sure, okay. It's stuck. It's there now, you know? Um so all of these things just start up and I can't get them to go. Oh, I did this drawing for like one of Rowan's projects, like just like character concept art, and it's crazy to see like how much I improved with my anatomy and stuff. But it is a very different style than what I normally do. I'll say like it's just really Like I really wanted to do like fantasy style game art style, like kind of League of Legends inspired. Like, like or I don't know, like that like MMO style and they do their like concept art. I wanted to draw like that, you know. Um so I did this like fox character and this girl for this game he was doing a concept for. And then here's like another drawing I did. Yeah. Yeah, some cool stuff. So yeah, this was like a big thing in my style. I actually really like this piece still. So for a really long time, I didn't draw people with pupils. And then like this is when my style started evolving into like what I do now. Yeah, and it just kind of changed a lot. And now we're here, you know. It's been a journey. Kevin says, I was able to install it. You can open your settings and search startup apps. I'll try again. The issue I had with it is it kept crashing while I'm trying to uninstall. Like it just kept like the uninstall process would like freeze and then it would crash and then I would like try to restart it again and then it would take a couple hours and then it would just crash. So like I don't know what's happening. Like it just wouldn't uninstall. You know what I mean? Like um it's just kind of jank. Like I don't know what happened. It was just kind of scary. Like it wouldn't uninstall. That's the best way I can describe it. So eventually I was just like, clearly you don't want to leave and um I'll just let you live on my computer. Kevin says you can open your settings and search startup apps and switch them off. You know what? I will do that. Yeah, I think it's like just the starting up process. Sometimes when I stream, like it's the first time I've booted up my computer in the day. Like I've just started up my computer. And I think that like the startup apps really kill my stream. So the times when it like takes me an hour to try to set up stream, it's because I'm trying to run Streamlabs and all my startup apps. I need to do something about that. It's bad. Kevin says poor laptop. I know my laptop. Like she's really going through it. She's just doing the best she can. I wish I had a cuter like PC setup though. Like I saw Melina gaming the other day and she has like pink everything. I want pink everything. The only decoration I have on I used to have a really cute like laptop and then this is still a sore point for me. This is still a sad story. While I was taking an exam, my water bottle started leaking, but I didn't know because we had to have our backpacks in the front of the class. Um, so I was taking like my college English exam, and my backpack became like a bucket full of water. I picked it up, and it was like full of water, and my laptop had been like stewing in the like it had been steeping like a little tea bag in my backpack because my backpack was like waterproof, but it also means that it holds water in, you know? So it was like basically a bucket of water at that point. It was so bad. Yeah. So I used to have a really cute laptop. It had like stickers and everything. And then I had to get this one as an emergency from Costco. And the only thing it has on it is like a sticker of a monkey making a sad face and it says big mood. Like I made a little sticker that said big mood because I was sad at the loss of my old laptop and I haven't moved that sticker since 2018. Like it's just been there. I say monkey, I mean primate. I don't know what kind of animal it is. Big mood indeed. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm gonna show you a picture of it. I'm just gonna real quickly like take a picture of it. Oh no, I'm in selfie cam mode. Yo, I really like my makeup today. It's like simple. I'm gonna take some selfies later because I like my look today. I wish I did this when there was like natural light. You know what's really weird? Sometimes I try to take selfies in like whatever light I have in my house, and my phone will somehow overcompensate or something, and then it makes like how do I explain this? It like turns my skin green, and then I spend so much effort trying to like filter the green out. Hi. Um, I spent a lot of time trying to filter out the green, and then my face just looks over edited, like the colors just look weird. I like to take pictures of my face so that I can keep a record of my makeup looks. Because once you like take the makeup off, it's just gone. You know, like it's the kind of makeup art is the kind of thing that's like impermanent, and you kind of have to be okay with that. But it's fun. You too with the green lighting, or you too with like recording? Yeah, every time you do your makeup. Like every time, not for me, it's not every time, it's just whenever I do something I like. And today I just really like the blush. Like I like the cleanness and the eyeliner shape. Even though it's only slightly different than the shape I normally do. You have to take a picture so it's not a waste. Yeah. Okay. Like if my eyeliner turns out well or something. Exactly. Yeah. Here's a pro tip if you find eyeliner difficult. What you can do is sketch the shape out either with like a light color of eyeshadow or even with like concealer. Like if you take a little brush and like brush the concealer on into your eyeliner shape, then you can put the eyeliner on top of that and like follow the lines. What I like to do is I take like the tiniest bit of gel eyeliner on a brush and then I like sketch out the shape in light gray. And if anything goes wrong, it's really easy to cover up with concealer. I can even like kind of rub it off with my finger. And then once I'm happy with the shape, I go over it in like a black gel eyeliner. Then I use black eyeshadow to set the eyeliner. Yeah, monkey. Do you guys know what animal this is? I don't know what animal this is. Like, but yeah, this has been a permanent fixture of my laptop for a really long time. And at this point, I just can't remove him because, I mean, look at his little face. Look. Like, how could I? I can't. Kevin says it is a new race. I know. Like, what is... Any biology experts in the chat, like any, ecology experts, what is this? Kevin says it's race is mood monkey. Yeah, that's the species. Yeah. I don't know. I just really like him, okay? We're friends. Okay, back to the task at hand. Okay, it took me. I was scared that like the iPad was gonna crash. Things crash. Technology crashes a lot for me. Kevin says the monkey's just been chilling. Has just been chilling? I keep going back and forth with the shadows here, like, I don't know if I like it. I feel like it's kind of a weird shape. I don't know. It's time to find my reference. Okay. Don't know why I didn't think to look at this earlier, because I think it would have helped. Okay. Oh my goodness. I don't know if Nazuri is still here, but I'm about to say the seams make the jeans again. You know what? How it is. The seams make the jeans. You gotta add little highlights on the seams. Well, I'm just gonna add little highlights in general first, and then I'm gonna do the seams. What's Bing chilling? This is an expression I haven't heard yet. Like, what does that mean, you guys? Oh no. It's ice cream? Misery. The only Bing I know is Crosby, the singer. I feel old. I feel like old and irrelevant. Oh my goodness. Fine, okay, I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open it up. Is this appropriate? You know what? Honestly, I trust you, Missouri, so. Why is it 3 minutes long? Oh, okay. I gotta turn this off. I gotta turn this off before it copyright strikes my video. Okay. I feel like. Okay, there's a. Oh my goodness, misery. This is the real one. Okay, let's. I don't trust you guys anymore. The thing is, it's just because I wanted to know what Bing Chilling was that I'm disappointed. I really like Never Gonna Give You Up, and I actually want. Oh, John Cena eats Bing Chilling. Mr. says I didn't know he would play on stream. No worries, it's fine, it's good. I'm fine with it. Why is it not loading? Oh! It's because my laptop is slow. Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness! Ah! The little lick at the Kevin says John Cena's Big Chilling. Oh my goodness, I get it now. I get it now. Oh, that's so good. You know what? He got the pronunciation of a lot of the things right. It's just like the little song he broke into, like it just gets me, you know? Like this is top tier. This is perfect. I want to set this as my ringtone. Okay. Yeah, but it's time for the seams. Seams make the jeans. Do I like this? I should have this in another layer because I kind of hate it. It's an American Chinese accent, yeah. I vibe with it, you know? Like, I can understand. I can understand it, you know? He's doing a good job. He's trying. It's just the song. It's like, it's so much. It's so much more than I can handle. The song, the little song he does. Yeah. I didn't know he was in Fast and Furious 9. He says Fast and Furious 9 is almost as good as Bing Chilling. No, I think that was really good. Like, kudos to him for doing the announcement in a language that's like not his first language, you know? But the song, it was just so extra. Oh, Nazari. With Seams Make the Jeans Part 2. These seams are gonna be brown. I wish there were more seams visible because I think the little brown accents, like, they really sell the look, you know? They really make the jeans. I need to stop. Like, this is. Kevin says John Cena learned Chinese to in order to appease the Chinese audience. I mean, yeah, I see it. It like I appreciate it. I think it's kind of nice. I think it's cool when people like take the time and effort to learn another language. It's the thought that counts, you know? It's nice. Like when your movie's airing in another country and you like make the announcement about it in the language of that country, I think that's quite nice. I'm sad because not all the seams are visible because of the angle. So it's just a small detail. But oh well. Oh well. I want more seams. But there aren't any. There aren't any I can have. Yeah, that's it. That's all the seams. Wow. Okay, well, I'm really disappointed that there aren't any more seams I can add. Missouri says the jeans look great. Thank you. I'm sad because there's no more visible seams. Like, I don't understand why I find this so upsetting, but I am quite upset because I want to do. Like, I just have a hankering, you know? Like, I have a craving to draw more denim with with stitching on it. I just want to do stitching. It almost makes me wish the jeans weren't cuffed so I could do the stitching around the bottom. Like, that would be really fun and nice. I don't know. It's just what I feel like drawing. There's sometimes, you know, it's a very lucky thing when what you're working on fits exactly what you feel like drawing in the moment. Like a lot of the time it is work when you do art for a job. So I don't take it lightly when like the art I'm working on matches my personal interest. Right now, my personal interest is coloring the seams of jeans. But I've run out of seams to coloring, and I'm sad. So I guess that means I'm just gonna have to draw a bunch of denim in my free time. Okay, shoe time. And then I guess we can do a background. We're like really close to being done. Look at that. Okay, I'm just gonna have the socks be black because we want to blend in. But you know what? I'll be able to use that nice shade of brown to color in the shoes because that is the color of the shoes in the picture. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna use more of a reddish brown and color this in. It's gonna be real nice. I'm so happy with this because the couple sent me reference pictures, right? But they didn't send me reference pictures of the outfits. They sent reference pictures of like stock photos of the outfits. And I'm so happy with the way that I've like put the outfits from the stock photo onto the actual people. Like I think they should actually own these clothes because they look really good in them. They probably do. It's just sometimes it's difficult to get outfit pictures where like your face looks good. So, yeah, I try to make it I make it possible for my clients to send me a variety of reference pictures. Like they can send me a drawing of the outfit they want to wear. They can send me like stock photos of a whole bunch of things, and then they just need to send me like a face and like a full body shot if it's like just to show like how tall they are and stuff like that and their build. And I like to splice these things together and like take all the stock photos and just create like the ultimate ideal scene. Because I think it's just hard to have everything exactly how you want it sometimes in photos. Like, sometimes the scenery is not that good. Sometimes it's a location that you'll never be able to go to in real life because it's like imaginary. Sometimes it's an outfit that you don't own. Sometimes it's a person who you live very far away from and you can't take a picture with. Like early on in the pandemic, I did a family photo with like 8 people, like a family portrait, and in reality, they hadn't seen each other probably since I don't know, a really long time. Like they hadn't all been together for a really long time. I want to say like 2015 or something, but I could be wrong. Um, and it was really special to be able to illustrate them all together in a photo, like in a portrait. I keep saying photo when no actual photos existed of them all being together, if that makes sense. Like this is the kind of work I really enjoy doing. Is what I want to say. Like I really like doing portraits. I mean, I do enjoy my personal work and stuff too, but I'm lucky that I find drawing portraits of people to be very fulfilling. I know some people don't really like doing commission work, but it's one of my favorite things, really. You know, I think after I finish this, I might do a dressmaking stream. I don't know. I'll probably spend, I don't know, my grandma's coming to hang out with me on Saturday, so I might not have time to make anything that day. But I think I might do a dressmaking stream just to get it done. And it's gonna be, I hope it's not gonna be like too boring for you guys. Because I don't think I'm gonna set up the DSLR this time. I think we're just gonna like chat while I make my dress. Kevin has to go eat. Enjoy your dinner. Thanks for dropping by. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do a dressmaking stream just to finish it. Like, just to get some time in where I get some work done. I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't know. Would you guys find that boring if I had like a dressmaking stream where you can see my hands, but we just talk? Or should I just do that off stream? Like, don't worry about being honest with me. If you would rather me do another thing, that's okay. Like, because the only thing that prevents me from doing a dressmaking stream is not wanting the stream to be like too dry for you guys, and it's something I can definitely do off stream. I don't know. I'm also not sure if I'm interested in doing it, but it's something I need to get done for the show. Because I'm still not done my outfit for it. It's like, it's one of the first things I started on, and it's just been like taking the back seat every single time. Like, it's just been put on the back burner every time I got a commission, every time I had like something else to do. Like, I would just put the dress project on the back burner, and like it needs to be done. I just need to get it out of the way at this point. Wow, coloring in these shoes was nice and quick. And I feel good about how they look. I like it. I'm just gonna add little details in because I feel like it. I'm treating myself. I'm letting myself indulge in all of the details today. Just a little. It's the little things, you know. Okay, next pair of shoes is just gonna be a pair of glossy black boots. Kind of like a patent leather situation. It's gonna be real cute. I'm not gonna do that in another layer because I'm just gonna have the shoes be together. They're friends. It's a little weird here because the shoe in the background is showing through. Sakura says, I think that kind of stream would be cozy. Maybe if you need a break from the dressmaking, you could do some 5-minute drawing requests in between. That would be pretty cool. I like that. Oh, that's so smart. I'm so glad I talked to you guys about it. Yeah. I just find this is kind of more for me and my productivity than you guys. It's it's something I really need to do, and I feel like I might as well do it on stream because it'll just encourage me to get through those frustrating moments and, you know, make me work a little harder. I work a little harder when I'm streaming. Because it kind of feels like, I don't know, it's like I'm in, I want to say an office environment or something, or maybe I don't think too hard about, maybe I'm less frustrated because I have company to get through those frustrating parts. Sakura says it makes sense. I work better when I have other people to hold me accountable too. Rowan is really different. He works way better alone because he gets distracted very easily. So, like, I think in an ideal world, we would mesh together really well. And I wish we could do work dates where we just each draw our own thing. But he's really different. He works way better when it's quiet and he can focus. And for me, I need things going on because for me, focus isn't so much my issue as is getting frustrated and then I lose my energy. So I'm less productive. I don't know. I can work for a few hours on my own and then eventually I get really or maybe a solid hour. And then eventually I just start to lose motivation. I used to be like that where I could work quietly on my own. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not even. I don't think I can. So it's interesting, right? When you work for yourself and you have no other colleagues, you gotta try to find a space to, if you work well around people but you have nobody to work with, I think streaming really helps with that. Because I have the company and I can talk and talk my way through things, puzzle my way through things, and I just being around people gives me energy and that is how I know I've become an extrovert. I used to be more introverted. Like being around people used to make me more tired, but nowadays being around people gives me energy. Maybe it's because I'm alone a lot and you just need balance in your life. I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to do this highlight, so I'm just gonna make a new layer and try my best. Ah! What is that? I looked away for a second and I had drawn on the screen. Okay, let's see. But yeah, if or when I ever have a wedding, I actually do want to play. I've said this so many times. Like I don't know if I will do this, but at this point in my life, I want to play like Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley, but like the acoustic version cuz the ballad version is just so romantic and it's so sweet. You know, like I love it. Yeah. Sakura says for me, I feel like even just being around other people in a library or something helps me stay on task. If I work completely alone, I find it really hard to get things done. Yeah, in the past, I used to do a lot of work in libraries or in like community centers, and I would be so productive. But I think on stream is the ultimate productivity boost because I can actually like talk to people, which is nice. I don't know what it is that energizes me and keeps me on task, but maybe it's like being able to verbally puzzle things out. I don't know. And it's definitely like there's definitely an accountability thing. I mean, it would kind of be embarrassing if I were to just like open up my phone and scroll through Instagram for half an hour while streaming. Like that would be kind of a boring stream. um so for the sake of like viewership, like the viewers, I gotta be on task because the interesting part is when I actually get work done. And I guess that makes like the act of working into a task in itself, like into the result. Like instead of just the end product, like the act of working as I film it and broadcast it becomes its own like desired result. I don't know if that makes any sense. Huh. I never thought of it that way before, but I learned something new about myself today and why streaming probably helps. I don't know. And I spend so much of my day like working on my own. I think I just need those moments where I spend like I don't know, if I were a sim, you know, like and I didn't stream, my social need would constantly be like in the red and I would be like gloomy all the time from lack of social interaction. That's it's a thing that happens in the Sims. Your Sims will get sad if they don't talk to people for a really long time. And they'll get like a bit lonely. Unless they have the loner trait, like where they prefer to be on their own. In that case, they get tense if they're around people for too long. Even though I don't really have time nowadays to really play The Sims, I still relate everything in my life to The Sims. Sometimes, if I just need like motivation to get through the day, I pretend I'm a Sim, and I pretend that I'm like clicking on things and like telling myself to do certain things, and pretending that I'm living in a game like makes things more fun. Like I don't know why, but yesterday when I was making dinner, I pretended that like that I was a sim, and it was nice. Sakura says that's actually a good life hack. Yeah, I'm glad you think so. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people like gamifying their tasks for productivity. It doesn't really work for me. Like basically they'll treat their to-do list like a D&D quest and they'll kind of role play it. There's actually this website called Habitica, or like an app, and basically you manage your life like you're playing D&D. And the tasks that you have to do are like monsters and bosses that you need to fight. And then also when you do a lot of items on your to-do lists, you'll get streaks, and then they'll help you to defeat like a big boss with your team, and you can get a lot of loot. So I used to be really into that, but then it started to cause me like extreme anxiety with like I don't know. I wasn't very forgiving when I missed a day because it would cause me to like lose, or like it would hurt my team. So in a way it wasn't very good for me. It wasn't a very good fit. So in the end I quit. But pretending I'm a sim, like taking care of myself as well as I take care of my sims, like that somehow helps me. I think that's what it is. Like I take pretty good care of my sims. And then when I need to take care of myself, I'm like, I am a sim right now. I'm gonna do this, this, and this to boost my meters up so I can thrive. I think of it that way. It gives me a little extra push. Do I like this? I don't know. I'm so glad I did this in like a separate layer from the main shoe so that I can make little fixes like this. It's kind of difficult because I'm looking at the shoes from a different angle. I mean, I could look up a reference picture. Maybe I should, right? Like, instead of trying to calculate light physics in my brain. The reflection. Like, maybe I should just look at what this looks like. Because this is me just kind of guessing. But I don't know. You know what? I think it's like okay. I think it looks good. I think it's something I can be happy with. I just lowered the opacity, and then now I'm gonna make like a blinding highlight here. Just a really saturated white. Cool. Okay. All right. I'm gonna shade in the sole of the shoe a little bit. Make that a bit darker. Maybe like a lot darker. I don't know. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let's see. So we're gonna shade that in, maybe like erase that line a little bit. What's happening? Isn't it such oh my goodness, my voice cracked. A beautiful night, whoa, we're underneath 1,000 shining stars. Too low. Isn't it nice to find yourself somewhere different? Whoa, why don't you let yourself just be wherever you are? Look at this place. Look at your faces. I've never seen you look like this before. Isn't it nice to find yourself somewhere different? Whoa, why don't you let yourself just be wherever you are? I feel like my singing voice is very questionable right now because I have the coffee jitters. It's not even coffee, it's caffeine, sorry. I have like the tea jitters and I'm not breathing. I'm not breathing. I'm taking very shallow breaths. And I can also feel everything just shaking, you know? Like, so full disclosure, you know, I'm not super happy with how I sound today. Like, I know it's just me being like really critical. I just tend to be. Oh, Sakura has redeemed Hydrate or Dihydrate. Thank you very much. I'm gonna take a big chug. Thank you. But yeah, I just feel like I know this was probably not the intended effect of choir on me. I don't think my choir teacher would have wanted me to be like hypercritical of myself when I sing, but having been in choir, like that is just kind of I tend to be quite critical when it comes to my singing. I'm always looking at it through that like performance lens and like am I doing a good job? Am I doing well? Or like what should I improve on? Even when it should just be like casual, even when I'm just like supposed to be chilling, enjoying myself, I tend to look at it through that lens because like it's hard to turn that off. Okay, let's see. I think I like that. Oh, now it's time to do the jewelry. I also have to do like shade in the teeth and stuff, I think. Wait, what do teeth look like? What does it look like when you smile? I'm gonna look at my face. Wait, it's gollum. It's got a bit of a Do we like that? Do I like that? I used to like to add the little tooth line. I don't know if I like it. Teeth. Ah, cute. Okay. I don't want the teeth to look too short, you know? Like, if I make this space not long enough, it'll just look like they have really short teeth. Like, I don't want it to look like they filed their teeth down. Okay, nice. All right, now what to do? I'm gonna shade in the eyes first. Ooh, I can add catch lights now. I'm really excited for that. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I love this part. This is like one of my favorite parts of drawing. It's just so satisfying. Ah, I'm so happy. Ah, I love adding the little white highlights in the eyes. It just makes my day. It really does. Okay. You know what? I think I do need to make the little mole here a little more pronounced because you can barely tell it's there. Um, Maybe not like that dark, but it just should feel like it's there, you know? Aw, Sakura with the sparkly emojis. Okay, I don't think that's too prominent. I think that's like just the right amount. But I'm gonna check again. I think it's actually a little lower on her face. I think it might be here. And then I think I should probably add some freckles. I think she has like a few little freckles. Could be wrong. So I'll have them in another layer just in case I'm wrong. You know, like I don't want to add freckles that aren't there. All the brushes I use are really like the default ones that are included in Procreate. So the one I like to use the most for freckles is the flick brush from the spray paints section. Okay, now we need to really carefully erase all the extra freckles because we don't want to have like too many, right? I just want the right amount. don't know. Does that make a difference? Do I even like that? It makes like the slightest difference. And she only has really subtle ones. I just don't see this being necessary, actually. Like, I think not. Like that, it just doesn't feel necessary. We're just we're gonna not. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's necessary. Okay, back to catch lights. What we were doing before I interrupted myself. Okay. Um, sure. It's always really difficult for me to line these up for some reason. It's my big struggle. So what I like to do is flip the painting so that I can check. Like, it's just really hard to get them both at the right angle. So what I'm gonna do is grab this entire group, flip it. See, like, that just feels off. I'm gonna go back down here. What's happening? Why can't I erase? Hey, hey. Is something the matter here? Like, is my iPad frozen? Give me just a second. Close the canvas, close everything. We'll get back into it. Let's see. I think that looks good. I like it. Okay. All right. I'm into this. Oh no. Maybe not there. But luckily, I have a symmetry tool. Like, I have my drawing guide. Let's see. Cancel. We're just gonna grab everything again, flip it horizontally. The drawing guide lines up perfectly with his face. We're gonna turn on drawing assist and just draw in the catch lights. Is gonna be perfect. Easy, easy, lemon squeezy. I love the symmetry tool for things like this because then I don't have to fuss, really. I mean, even if I didn't have the symmetry tool, I would just duplicate the highlights in his eyes. But yeah, when you have a face in like 3/4 view like that, you can't really cheat like this. Like, you have to line up the highlights properly and you can't just copy it over. So since her face is slightly tilted, I couldn't use that little hack, but I couldn't be a little hack. Yeah. Nizuri, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but we were talking about how Pogs was like a toy. I was talking to Rowan about it, and he was like, "Yeah, my dad used to play with Pogs, and he bought me some Pogs." That's what Rowan said. So basically, you stack them up, and you kind of like flick them at the other person's stack, and try to like knock Pogs out from the stack. You don't want to like knock the whole stack over, but you want to like knock out the bottom ones, if that makes sense. So that's pretty cool. I think that's an interesting game. Okay, let's do this. Let's shade in these eyes. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Oh, wait a second. I've done something, haven't I? Oh, no, I didn't. I had the presence of mind to do the highlights in different layers so that if I forgot to turn off the drawing assist, it wouldn't affect my thing. Nazuri says, "What did you say?" Oh, Rowan taught me how to play Pogs because his dad played Pogs. Like, his dad played with Pogs when he was younger and then bought Rowan some Pogs. So you make a stack of them and you like flick the discs at your opponent's stack, and then you try to like knock their Pogs out from their stack. That's how you play with them. Which sounds pretty cool. Like it sounds like a fun game. Right? Yeah, so it's not like a heads or tails kind of game. It's like you flick the little discs probably along the ground, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna look up a video later because I'm curious. Nizuri says, "Did you play with them?" I did not. With Rowan, no. I was just like on the phone with him yesterday, I think, or the day before, and I was like, "Do you know how to play with Pogs?" And he was like, "Yeah, I actually do." Because yeah, he was like, "My dad played with them as a kid, and like when I was a kid, he bought some for me." Nice. Okay, I'm happy. I like these eyes. Now we're gonna color. Oh, I see. I see the color her eyes are. Okay. And When you color in the eyes, it just really makes all the difference. Okay, nice. Now it's time to color in the jewelry, which I'm really excited about. Okay, let's see. Hang on. Wait, I'm not completely happy with this necklace. Just gotta grab this and make it a bit more of an elegant shape. I'm deliberately being a little patchy with my coloring to just kind of make the illusion of some shadows. Because I don't really need to add shadows in for something like this. Something so small. But I will add in a few like glistening highlights so that it's like extra sparkly. Okay, ring time. I'm really excited. Oh my goodness. Ah! Okay. Oh, I can't forget to color in the nails. Oh my goodness. Well, they just have to be nail colored. They don't really have to be like a special color, I don't think. Um, yeah, I'll just do like a little French tip. Keep it simple, you know? I don't often draw nails, you know? I should draw nails more often. Speaking of which, this thumb has no nail and it's a little cursed, so I should probably add one in. Because, like, if she has fingernails, then he should have a fingernail too, you know, like a thumbnail. Because, you know, you gotta. It's like, which is it? Do they have nails or do they not? I'm just gonna lighten these ones up a bit. Because they're just not really showing. It's not that as pretty as I want it to be. Let's see. What? It was like line created. When did I want a line to be created? Who said? Okay. Let me just look up the ring reference. I just looked at my live announcement. I wrote, live I had too much caffeine, but like the wrong two and no punctuation with anything. That's how sicky I was feeling before I started. Gross. Okay, let's see. Ring, ring, ring. There we go. So it's just gonna be really small in the picture, like, so it's not really gonna show up that well, but I still want to get all the details right. See what I mean? It's just like not gonna show up. Okay. I might add a little glow on this so it like sparkles. We'll see. And maybe I'm not feeling the dark lines either. Like maybe, oh, I don't know. Maybe I lower the opacity a bit. Oh, that makes it feel like a bit more bling, doesn't it? Instead of like harsh dark lines. Like it makes it feel like it's just blingier. Like just shinier, you know? Okay, I'm like into that. Yeah. What if I like what if we were really extra and we put some glitter? You know, like what if, right? It's not an ordinary ring, it's a magical ring. I'm gonna have that be optional. You know, we can turn off the sparkles. Sekiro says adding sparkles to drawings is so fun. Yes, it's everything. Okay, I'm gonna like really quickly block in the background because we are so close to being done. It's crazy. Cool. Okay. Wow. We're so close. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up the background real quick. I'll just block it in, you know? But it doesn't have to be so detailed right now. Let's see. I'm thinking. I'm not frozen. I'm just thinking. Okay, I have a nice greens and blues color palette somewhere. Like, we want like a really natural one though, not nothing like too crazy. I think I like this one here, but also, sorry, I'm just like scrolling around. Maybe like this one as well. What did I use these for? These are really nice actually. Some of these palettes. I'm like really into them. I mean, obviously I would be into them because I made the palettes, but sorry, I'm just scrolling through. I'm thinking. Is I feel like this is the same palette as like the other one. Nah, I'm gonna make a new palette. I'm not really into any of these. Okay, new. Create new palette. Classic. Okay, so we want a blue that meshes really well with this. So something like that, but maybe more gray and also more like that. I'm just gonna go in with it. I'm just gonna pick the colors. That's what I'm gonna do because I'm getting pretty hungry. It's been like 3 hours, so should probably try to get some food. So this can be like the water. Maybe it's like all water, no sky. You know? Why is my brush not opaque? That's so disturbing. Okay. And then like green, but not like a lime green, like a bluey green. Okay, we drag it somewhere to like here. But also some touches of my favorite greens. Oh no, I hate that. Maybe more like this. I don't want the grass to look dead, but I want it to look like muted, like a little muted. Because it's like the vibe I really like from the reference picture. Yo, my posture's been so good today. I haven't been doing this with my neck. I did that just now and it really hurt. So, yeah, I've been doing much better. I like that a lot. I like that color. And maybe like a little pots of like a green yellow. I like that. Maybe like a true, like a green. I like that. With some pops of like this. Oh, don't like that. I like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. I've figured out what colors I want for this. Maybe like more like a purpley blue. Let's just see how I like that. Ooh, no. Really no. No, I hate it. Things for me when I draw, I go very much by like how I feel about things. And I want there to be like a strong reaction. So like I either love something or I hate something when I do something in art. It's like it's very black and white. It's either a like or a dislike, you know. All right. Cool. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna work on the background off stream. I'm just gonna head downstairs and get some dinner. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. This was so much fun. thanks for sticking with me through my caffeine-addled, nauseated state. I'm gonna try to have less caffeine next time, but I mean, at least I had like a pretty energetic stream. Maybe I talked too fast, you know. Um, but yeah, it's always fun hanging out with you guys. Sakura says thanks for the stream. Yeah. Thanks for all the encouragement and support through this. Sakura says it looks great. I'm just gonna turn off the background because I don't like it right now. It's like, hang on, not great to see. Oh, cancel. I want to go into video and do a quick time-lapse replay before we sign off. But yeah, this is where we started. I did all of this off stream. I started my stream here. Worked on my final lines. I did a lot of work on the arm because I just didn't feel good about it. Fixed the hand up. Did a whole bunch of coloring. I think this is what we did yesterday, and then we started today here. Colored in his pair of jeans, her shoes, all the little details, the ring. I might actually turn off the sparkles for the ring. It looks a little, it's like too small to actually make much sense. But I will keep the glow because the ring looks good with that glow. Okay, anyways. Yeah, thank you guys so much for keeping me company and for watching this entire time. Gala says that's satisfying. I'll play it again for you. I'll play it again. Okay, I'll play it again because I just saw you in the chat. But hey, Gala. Nazuri says bye. No, we have to play this for Gala first. By the way, you guys, definitely check out Gala's stream because she does some cool gaming content. She plays Valorant, and she's super chill and a really lovely person. So, yeah. Gala says, I missed it. I was doing laundry here. Gala says, I love this Speedy. Yeah, it's really fun to do this. I try to send my clients like a 30-second clip if they want of this speed paint. Anyways, hang on. Let me... Yeah, you guys definitely check out Gala's channel. Anyways, have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I will see you again very soon. I'll be back on Sunday, probably with the dressmaking stream, maybe with some other kind of like craft thing, depending on like what I want to do. I don't know, vaguely in the afternoon. Misery says bye, Gala says bye. Bye, Sakura. I hope you guys have lots of time to relax this weekend. I hope you get to do all the things you love, and I'll see you soon.